And I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, peace and love, man. Peace and love to the gods and goddesses and all the high vibrating human beings and species on the planet Tiamat, that is. How y'all living out there, man? How the world treating y'all? What's up, man? What's busting out there, man? You know we back with them SCPs, right? 1013, a Cockatrice. And yo, the significant thing about the Cockatrice here is in the Holy Bible. And when I read the scriptures about it, the full description, it was of some sort of dragon. I mean, it hatched an egg. It hatched out of an egg. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of familiar with it, but that's funny that it's actually an SCP. You know what I'm talking about? I'm very intrigued. You know what I'm saying? I'm very intrigued. So I hope everybody's good out there, man. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're rocking with your boy, hit the notification bell. Also, you know what I'm talking about? Because I be dropping 2 a day. I go 2 a day. You know what I mean? Yell at me, yell at me, yell at me. I'm going in for y'all. I'm going in for y'all. We're putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find what we can find, and we're gonna put it in front of the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Let the mind permeate for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about that time y'all wake up, man, and really see what's going on, man. They put it in your face, hidden in plain sight, and like I said, the information is out there. So you better get to looking, because I heard that the universe say, excuse me, that one of the laws is, even if you didn't know, you're still held accountable for ignorance. And you know what I'm saying? Ignorant means you don't know. And seeing that there's so many facets and ways to get this information now, and that the fact that we're in the age of Aquarius, which information is out there, you ain't gonna have no excuse. Okay? So don't say that we didn't tell you and we didn't warn you. You better consider that, okay? But anyways, man, we're gonna get to this Cockatrice. We got 1013, the Cockatrice. It's predatory. It's a reptile, of course. And we finna see what this thing about. So without further ado, I hope you got what you need, because I do, and we're gonna get to what it is that we do. Shall we? Bussin'.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-1013. Object Class: Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Standard safety procedures for visually reactive items, ED8, are to be posted at all times. Any staff entering the containment...
Take it in. Man, that thing looked like a damn... Man, this thing looked crazy as hell. Okay. It looked like a Komodo dragon, Tokar shellback, Velociraptor, big vulture bird face. Man, this thing, boy, look here. Man, I'm glad that thing ain't got no wings. At least I don't see any. Ooh, Look at the shell on the back, man. That thing remind me of Tokar. Or was it Razor? It's one of them little mother suckers on the Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm talking about? With the spike back. Cause I am not finna go Godzilla there. You know what I'm talking about? Godzilla is my guy, and I know what his back look like. This remind me of Tokar. He got stuck in the okay, I'm sorry.
Containment area are to review this document before entering. Any staff entering the containment area are to wear the AR-68 Armored Variant Hazmat suit. Staff exiting the area with damaged suits are to be remanded to quarantine for 1 hour. Staff becoming paralyzed during cleaning, feeding, or testing cycles are to be immediately removed and remanded to medical custody until 5 hours after recovery. SCP-1013 is to be fed once daily, consisting of one small mammal, for example rabbit, large rat, cat, or dog. This feeding is only to take place if there are no calcified remains still within the containment area. Calcified remains that are no longer actively being fed upon are to be removed and disposed of via incineration. Hazmat protocols are to be observed during the disposal process. Test subject remains may be taken into the containment area for feeding purposes only when standard feeding practice cannot be observed. Staff succumbing to SCP-1013 pre-feeding effects are to be removed and disposed of. All remains must be disposed of within 1 hour of final calcification. Description: SCP-1013 appears to be a small reptile with a distinctly avian head. A wide frill extends from the base of the head and can be flared out via bony spines radiating through the frill from the neck. The body appears similar to most common reptiles, with the exception of the head and abnormally long tail. While the main body is only 60 centimeters long, the tail is nearly 121 centimeters and exceptionally flexible. SCP-1013 has been observed to use this tail to trip and distract large prey. The head of SCP-1013 is distinctive, appearing to be that of a male chicken on first viewing. However, SCP-1013 does not possess any standard avian markers beside the superficial resemblance. The beak is serrated and appears to possess very basic, needle-like teeth. These are used only in feeding and are not to be used in any way to hunt prey. The head also lacks any feathers and has an enlarged wattle. SCP-1013 hunts by projecting a form of unknown radiation, wave, or mimetic force into prey items, making eye contact with SCP-1013. Subjects report a sudden stabbing pain in most major muscle groups, with full paralysis setting in within 3 seconds. This paralysis continues for 8 minutes, with full recovery after 10. Paralyzed subjects are then bitten, beginning the calcification process. Research into this effect is ongoing, as no form of venom or viral agents have been detected from this bite. However,
what the hell? Hey, bro, hold on, man. This thing just said it bites you and starts calcification, man. What the, whoa. Yeah, that's worse than the Komodo dragon, bro. Hell no.
However, this contact will initiate a rapid change in cellular structure in the bitten subject. The outer skin tissues will begin a rapid calcification, growing very dense and inflexible over several minutes. This will extend from the point of contact outward across the body and can calcify a human being in 15 minutes. Subjects recovering from paralysis mid-calcification report the feeling as extremely painful, with a burning numbness in fully calcified areas. This calcification extends approximately 3 centimeters into the body, leaving most internal tissues undisturbed. Calcification does not appear to affect the eyes, mouth, nose, or other major mucous membranes. There is no currently known way to reverse this process. SCP-1013 will peck through the outer layer of hardened flesh and begin to consume tissues from the inside, burrowing deep into the body as flesh is consumed. SCP-1013 has a voracious appetite and will consume nearly twice its body weight at each feeding. SCP-1013 will only consume living tissue and will ignore dead or decomposing flesh. SCP-1013 has been noted to use natural...
Listen. I know that's repulsive. I know. But you want to know something smart about this thing? That's what he just said. Let's go over it. leaving the remainder of tissues to decompose. Let's see. Where is it? Is that it? No, no. Oh, we was up here? Was we up here? No. Yeah, basically, he eats the fresh. He don't eat dead flesh, as we shouldn't. So even this thing is smart enough to know to eat whatever it's gonna eat fresh. See, and will ignore dead or decomposing flesh. It only eats fresh, live. That's plants, fruit. Things that are alive receive photon energy from the sun. Therefore, it's alive. If it's alive, it's got energy. When you eat it, it gives you energy. You're eating something dead, you're basically dead. I guess that's what they think about us when they feed you fodder. And I digress.
Body openings, primarily mouth and eyes, when available, and is capable of compressing its body to fit into very small openings. Prey items often die from blood loss or massive internal damage before feeding is complete, leaving the remainder of tissues to decompose within the calcified tissue. This outer tissue will slowly break down, causing large sections to crack and fall free. This will expose muscle and internal tissues, which are then often predated upon by SCP-1013. SCP-1013 will sometimes wait for this process to begin before feeding.
It looks like you do got wings.
Addendum. Recovery notes. SCP-1013 was recovered in Egypt near a former facility. Due to this proximity and the lack of additional SCP-1013 anywhere in the surrounding area, it is theorized that SCP-1013 may be an engineered organism. SCP-1013 had calcified several animals and 2 shepherds and had been observed on multiple occasions. Recovery was achieved with only 1 death, Agent, proving much of our initial information on the calcification process. Local communities dismissed the incident with no involvement from agents. Notes on behavior. SCP-1013 is somewhat similar to a spider, and will paralyze and calcify subjects even when not hungry, presumably to keep them for later. This was observed during Breach Incident 11 Hour. See attached documentation, when SCP-1013 calcified 20 members of staff. SCP-1013 is also very aggressive and will attempt to stare down and bite any subject that enters the containment area. The neck frill is an amazing adaptation. It lifts abruptly with a loud snapping sound and oftentimes causes subjects to look directly at SCP-1013. SCP-1013 seems to have a range of about 54 meters for its stare, and appears to need direct eye contact to work. SCP-1013 appears to only paralyze one subject at a time, but can attack multiple subjects in rapid succession. SCP-1013 appears to be immune to its own stare, reacting with basic aggression to reflections. SCP-1013 feeds primarily on mammals, attacking animals such as fish, birds, or insects only when near starving. SCP-1013 exhibits a preference for soft tissues, eating the eyes and tongue first whenever possible. Notes on reproduction. Level 2 clearance required. Ongoing testing into the feeding habits of SCP-1013 have been partially successful. Questions were raised regarding the near-constant feeding exhibited by SCP-1013, which is highly irregular for a reptile. It was initially theorized that the paralysis and calcification process were metabolically taxing to SCP-1013, requiring enormous amounts of food to fuel the process. It is now apparent that members of SCP-1013 are hermaphroditic and appear to reproduce in a way similar to budding or basic cellular division. SCP-1013 will ingest massive amounts of tissue, increasing its body mass rapidly. This mass will then begin to form cyst-like structures in the tail section, each of which contains a juvenile SCP-1013. The process by which this occurs is currently under investigation. After 48 hours, juvenile SCP-1013 will forcibly exit the parent body. Parent SCP-1013 will typically release spawn within calcified prey. Juvenile SCP-1013 exhibit no feeding preference and will consume any biological material, living or dead. SCP-1013 do not engage in cannibalism and will exit the calcified remains once food has been exhausted. Juvenile SCP-1013 will seek out cool, dark places and begin rapid molting, doubling in size every 6 hours until reaching full adult size. New adult SCP-1013 will quickly establish territories and begin the feeding or spawning cycle again. Juvenile SCP-1013 seek out areas such as ventilation shafts, plumbing, or discarded clothing or shoes in which to molt and grow. Disturbing a juvenile during this period will always provoke a sustained attack. This sequence of
Damn, they start off small as heck, boy, and get big as what the? We're back.
behavior was discovered after a lockdown event in site, resulting from failure. Recovery teams found the site to be infested with SCP-1013, with over 1,000 individuals being reported and destroyed. Final sterilization took 8 weeks and resulted in multiple staff deaths. Research into the control of the rampant reproductive cycle with the goal of eventual bioweapon designation is ongoing. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
And you see that? They didn't even mention it in the Bible, y'all. Anything about that. So, if you got that little Bible app or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Type it in and see what they say about it. You feel me? The Cockatrice. That's how you spell it right over there. That's what it is. That's the details on it. Now you know, and then you can cross reference and read that, because just like the Bible says, blessed is he who reads, hear a little, there a little. With 2 or 3 witnesses, let all matters be established. So when you're cross referencing, you know what I'm saying? You got one witness here, and then you got another witness there. Safe to say we can go there. Yeah. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for kicking it with me. You feel me? Told you it wasn't going to take that long. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Head on a swivel. Remember to keep yourself protected spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And try not to let the world drive you crazy. You know what I mean? Peace and love.